A model scientist from Owl magazine. Genre: expository text. An interview is a kind of expository text. An expository text contains facts and information about different subjects. In an interview, one person asks questions and the subject answers them. An expository text might contain graphics or illustrations that give an overview of the text's content. Read the interview, A Model Scientist. Look for elements that make this interview an expository text. Meet Garfield Minute. He's been making dinosaur models since he was 7 years old. Back then, he made dinosaurs just for fun. Today, his passion for the prehistoric has turned into a cool and unusual dinosaur job. Owl: what exactly do you do? Garfield: I'm a paleo artist. I bring dinosaurs back to life. How do you do that? I build real-life models of the dinosaurs scientists discover. My models help dinosaur scientists to gain a better understanding of these incredible creatures. I get bags of bones shipped to me from scientists, and I use these bones to plan my models. When it comes to learning about dino bones, nothing beats the real thing. What can you tell from a simple bone? Lots of stuff. If you took all the muscles off a bone, you'd be left with marks on the bone, called scarring. These marks tell me how the muscles were attached. Then I can tell how the skin formed around the muscles. As I build up layer after layer from the inside out, I can bring an animal back to life. How do you make your models? Once I've researched in books and bones, I make a rough drawing. Then I make a skeleton of the body out of welded steel. Next, I start layering on the muscles, which are made out of clay. When that's done, I start on the skin. If the dinosaur had scales, then I make the scales and layer them on one at a time. This could take 3 to 5 weeks. I want my dinosaur models to look as close as possible to the real thing. When did you become interested in models? I've been making models ever since I was a kid growing up in Jamaica. My mom used to bake a lot, and whenever she did, she would teach me how to mold things out of flour. In those days, I was crazy about lizards, so that's mostly the kind of models I made. When did you get hooked on dinosaurs? When I was 7 years old, my family finally moved to Canada. Because I was in a new country, I became a pretty shy kid. One day my teacher asked me what kind of animals I liked. Of course I said lizards. She said, well, if you like lizards, you must like dinosaurs. I had no idea what a dinosaur was. She took me to the library, pulled a book off the shelf, and showed me my first dinosaur. I went totally bananas. And you've been crazy about dinos ever since? Yes, and I especially loved hearing all those long and crazy dinosaur names. Tyrannosaurus Rex is my favorite. That name still makes me flip out. Did you ever imagine a career with dinosaurs? When I was a kid, I had a kit that came with tiny models of dinosaurs. I used these models to play dinosaurs with friends. But after a while, I learned about more kinds of dinosaurs than I had in my kit. So I made the ones I didn't have out of plasticine. And if my T-Rex got hungry and ate a whole herd of models, I had to make new dinosaurs very quickly. I did this so often that I became good at building models in no time at all. That's how I became a model expert. How did model building become your job? I found out about a paleo artist who worked at the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto. One day I went to meet him. He saw that I was interested in dinosaurs and a good model builder, so he suggested that I volunteer at the museum. I did, and I've been building models ever since. Do you wish dinosaurs still roamed Earth? If they did, humans wouldn't be here. We'd be eaten. I'd like to see a live dinosaur on an island somewhere and just observe it. What's the coolest fact you've learned about dinosaurs? Dinosaurs never stopped growing the way humans do. Some were as long as a football field. That's unbelievable. To me, dinosaurs are amazing. Right now, I'm working on a model of an Afro-Titan. It's the biggest one I've ever made. I could lay down inside its head. If this dinosaur was alive, it could eat me whole in one bite.